The president of Nicasa, the Nigerian Citizens Association South Africa, Mr. Frank Onyekwelo, stressed the issues of immigration papers, suggesting that the department should consider easing the stringent measures of acquiring resident permit in order for immigrants to be legalized with proper documents.
I work closely on the grassroots, and one of the things that is a major issue and needs more clarity is this issue of immigration and legalities. And I believe that to a great extent there are so much uncertainty around them, requirements, procedures, and it has added to the tension and the bias around it, the bias perception, if I may use that word. And one of the things we do from the community base is to also help and educate our people more, make clarity the process and procedures and requirements. It is important to also note that certain times when some of these procedures and requirements become too difficult or becomes an impossible mission, human beings are created in a way that if the needed is not available, they pursue to find alternatives, and sometimes some of them fails to understand the relationships, the community interest, and that's when you see some people operate in certain ways and do certain things just to find their personal means. And so we want to work with the community and South Africa and the ANC as the leading party in the GNU formation to see how we can also make this understanding to our people and help to comb that particular area. The next thing that I want to lay on the ground is, you see, I am of the opinion that nationality is not criminality. When I was arriving in South Africa in 2006, at the port of entry, immigration lady there asked me, what are you here for? I felt it was a shocking question. It wasn't welcoming, it wasn't friendly, and she can see my invitation, she can see I was here on a program, a 7-day program to minister 2 days and go back. And so I said, I'm just here to minister. And then I go back. He said, for how long? I said, I'm only speaking for 2 days. And so probably 3-4 days is enough for me. Finish my administration, rest for a day, and then take my flight back. He looked at it, and then. So that picture has always been in my mind. And it was later on I understood it was as a result of me tendering my Nigerian passport. And the moment he looks at that green passport, Nigeria, her countenance, her projections towards me change. Body language change. So you can see that at first instance, you're already a suspect because of your nationality. But it is not true. Irrespective of all that we hear on the grassroots about South Africa, I always maintain a status quo that not all South Africans are xenophobic. Not all South Africans are bad. Not all South Africans are against the inter-community relationship and building Africa. And so it's one thing that also we want to establish and coexist and cooperate. And we are willing, even from my position as the head of the Nigerian community here, having a provincial executive in all the 9 provinces of South Africa, we have meetings, I travel inter-provinces to intervene in situations and also communicate with authorities and see where we can also amend things And truth be told, on certain occasions, I've also spoken to my people and said, this is not right. You have to do this, you have to do it this way. And also, and when engaging some South African authorities, the police or the community leaders, I say, but this is also it's not right. We also, I believe that we also have right of fair approach and treatment. And what we don't understand, we will be informed about it, and we can educate our people. We can train, we can have a community conference where we say this is what is required. And so these are the areas that it becomes challenging, and we want to work together so that we can strengthen this relationship and this cooperation between these two communities or two giants in Africa. This is a very wonderful meeting. The outcome is very, very proactive. In fact, if we harness the possibilities and the opportunities in this meeting today between the ANC and the APC, all in connection with both communities, Nigeria and South Africa, we will do much together, and we will be able to influence our community positively for the relationship and the building together and collaborating with one another to develop Africa as a continent, not just Nigeria and South Africa.
All right, you were emphatic on the issue of immigration and security. I think you spoke the mind of a lot of Nigerians. Tell us one or two things that you want the government to do exactly when you hit that point during the meeting.
I think, like I said in the meeting, if they can relax some of the policies, make it more easy documentations-wise, I believe a lot of people will be able to process their legalities and become legal in the country. Not that they are illegal, because nobody enters this country without passing through oral tambo. But what happens is that at a particular stage, to renew such document becomes difficult. And so you now find out that some people are holding a passport with an expired permit that they cannot renew, not because they don't want to renew it, but because the possibilities and the documentations and the procedure becomes like an impossible task. But if those things can be relaxed, and then we educate the people and comb the area of some of these agents that comes in between the people and the authorities to submit some documents that are not necessarily verifiable, and then that hits the roadblock. And when it happens, the name nationality Nigerians are being generalized, whereas it's one person somewhere who has done this, and then it rubs on everybody. You can see the delegation that came today. There are doctors, there are professionals, there are businessmen, there are industrial entrepreneurs. You can see that we are here not only to find a greener pasture, but to contribute greatly to the economy and build a society.